will be Vertigo probably being removed. Of course, ITB start on CT, and take a look at this from Permitta. It's fast, it's scaling, it's trying to disrupt the default, and keoz has immediately hit the first shot on Mast.
That's a good start, especially when they continue pathing up into Mini with no kills in response. Tomiko! He just found 3 kills in the middle of the chaos. That was perfect from him, and it leads Permitta to the promised land of a pistol.
We'll have to see sort of how it plays out. A very deep stack in towards A. ITB assuming that it's going to be this sort of A finish. And to be fair, they're correct.
That's what you got to be worried about. And Permitta might know the low econ vibe is in store here for the breach. The counter utility isn't all that great. In fact, this one molly that gets thrown on Hut, flashed out, in goes Beanox, and in goes Spavak. Everybody doing well from Permitta, and not a single rebuttal for Into the Breach. It finally changes when smooya gets involved in heaven, but it doesn't change the outcome of the round, or likely not to. As headshots continue to rain in from Permitta's T side, Synopsy can do nothing but run for the hills or get re-intrigued because of one coming back. A couple more shots off the M4 aren't going to change it yet again. Permitta are looking strong.
And that's a shame for ITB, because it feels like they've done their homework here on Permitta on Nuke.
Against you, and this is the outcome we saw. For now, look at the investment. It's not just pistols and random rifles. It's smooya on the off, showing early on its impact is not to be trifled with.
Good find, though, from Mari. We'll do if juanflatroo is getting a little bit aggressive in towards Hut. And check out Beanox. He's just made it down the vent. With all this chaos over at Hut, Tomiko now finding that kill. That should be the incentive for ITB to start to rotate down B just in case. Good cover from Synopsy. keoz is still on A. Where's smooya?
He's in ramp, and I love the amount of faith they have in him right now, because he's the only one in any sort of jurisdiction to try and shut down a potential B pop, which you already said is likely the play, or even if it's potentially, it's a big avenue to be left open. Same with this. keoz walks in through Hut. The timing could not be better. Mari was the initial first blood for Permitta. Now it seems he's the one giving away an advantage.
To kickstart this game, goes and clears out. Is he okay? Is he timed out?
Oh, that's not good.
He might have timed out. Yeah, he's not moving. Okay, so Beanox is now thrown into the 1-on-3. We'll claim the first. Smooya should be able to trade, and they might be worried about Spavak, but they've got to get on the bomb, and unfortunately for him... Oh, no. He's back? Is his mouse... His mouse has stopped working, I think.
Oh, dude. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was like... it's great. Man, it feels like he's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from giving this over.
This is nice from smooya. Just his positioning in secret. He understands that the rest of the defense don't have outside. So by him not revealing himself by going up the secret stairs, he's now cutting that avenue off. You've got Synopsy that's playing deep main, holding for the garage cross, which Mast might give to him in a moment. This is a very interesting fight, see how this shapes up. Meanwhile, Beanox has just hit a timing, and that means Synopsy's going to turn back round, and then Mast can pinch back in. Really nice contact, all being taken from Permitta. Everything gets undone. The XM finds nothing, and if you're smooya and boros, you're saving your guns. All denied. You have still got this AWP in play for ITB, but their buy around it is going to be pretty limited. I don't think they'll do that. I think with Mast down vent, he's going to try and hold the rotates, and they're going to try and overwhelm both smooya and boros in ramp. If they get given this kill, the Mast position would be really good. However, with smooya set up, boros taking the contact first, that baits smooya in perfectly. That's the bomb, by the way, and again, 30 seconds left for Permitta to try and make this round work.
And at this point, you had to see Tomiko waste a couple of crucial seconds trying to get out of the B site. You're right. Masked still here holding that rotation. A round that again could have fallen dead, decides to turn back in the favor of Permitta, even though one has low HP. Tomiko, the angle he's tried to take up may negate that. Look at Synopsy. When would you ever anticipate this? And I love the way he's gone about it, because for a moment it's triggered discipline until eventually he gives up the gambit, drops into the site, taps the bomb, and waits for another info cue to be given away. Nobody popping open the doors, and Mask isn't buying this. Where is keoz, though? So far away and so strung in. There are no hits. Somebody has to get on this bomb, and Synopsy knows it, but that molly might just put it round to an end again. It's a disadvantage stolen back from Permitta, and a couple of kills with the cherry on top.
What a round. What a round from Mars. He counts in his head down for when that bomb gets tapped, assumes that they might not have a kit, or even if he does, just goes, just in case. And when he gets Synopsy off the bomb, he can then drop that molly. He knows his job is done. I thought there'd be a disengage here when Boros and smooya were finding those kills. But no, he has full trust in his team that they can guarantee these kills.
Eagle shots instead of what could have been a contentious game. And this is, I suppose what the numbers were alluding to with the fact that we haven't seen Into the Breach play on Nuke yet. You talked about it, Permitta. This is a map they know and love, even though the win rate doesn't necessarily represent the most success. I should probably stop talking because juanflatro's just won them the round with 3 kills. It starts with a 5-7, it ends with a 2-on-5, and the bomb and CT control. And it's about time Into the Breach had something top their way.
And there he is. Called on him. That's why I said, look, we need to see juanflatroo get a little bit more involved. He just needs like 1 round to potentially kickstart his campaign. It's not a world in which they can let this one slip. Spavnak also spotted out. Synopsy locks in that kill. And suddenly for Beanox, it's a long 35 seconds because you've just been ecoed by juanflatroo. Knife? Oh, not a boros.
It's his salt in the wound. I mean...
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Really? From like Permitta's perspective, you leave yourself so vulnerable to these late round takes, which have worked really well for Permitta. Counter argument, smooya's aggressive and hot.
Yeah, and he recognizes that it's probably going to be one of these A hits, so he backs out. He's at the back of the site, but he's being overwhelmed and split from 2 different angles. And between Mars and Spavak, they're just putting the bomb on A like it's nothing. Oh, right idea. But wrong execution.
Hate to say I told you so. Hate to say I told you so. But maybe there's still a world this gets pulled back again. We talked about the individuals, the players on Into the Breach that really carry him through the mud here, but it won't happen. Never mind. Synopsy Boros too low to contend, and Mary just puts North America.
What achievements?
Like,
they made a super team and it all disbanded. Yeah, cool.
Again? Damn. Well.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't seem, in theory, goes to in execution because everybody steps in quickly for Permitta to say, absolutely not. This was no fluke. This was no CT-sided showdown. This was a masterclass from Permitta that doesn't seem to stop as soon as you go for the side switch. Don't want to let this inch any further. Keoz tries to push down Beanox, but it is futile as only 1 kill comes back to aid the side of Into the Breach. Permitta.
smooya spammed out very low, and look at this. Can Spavak see over the top of the smoke? Where it doesn't matter, because now he's doing even more damage. Where he's taking these shots towards the edge of the smoke, that blows open a hole in it, and now Tamiko can just pop up. Nice shot from juanflatroo, but that's all it will be. Permitta have locked out this gun round before he can even get going.
And they haven't even gone as far as to say we can get a bomb plant. You still have to fight for that, and look at what smooya's at. Keoz falls on his little lurkout sneaky door, and this round is dead in the water. There's no way smooya can even get a look at the bomb plant, let alone a round win. Beanox won't let him come close. Again, it's only 1 kill per round. The round is in the palm of Permitta's hands, and they don't even know it yet. Mast, as soon as he takes 1 jiggle and sees nothing here, they know exactly what's up. Tomiko, quick post on the angle, off angle for Spavak's off, doesn't get much done. Oh, and they've taken too long to activate now. Mask, they know it's going down lower at this point.
We talk about that double entry from Boros? That one tap on Spavak was sick.
That was nuts.
Look at Keoz. He's going to get caught off guard. So, weirdly, in a way, this mask flank does work. Boros needs more, and he's claiming them. But will 3 in the round be enough? Because smooya needs to clutch in a really nice angle here towards the top of double. It swings open. But for Beanox and Mast, ooh, they do confirm the position. Time's ticking down low. smooya just needs to live. He confirms the first kill. Now trying to jiggle with Beanox, trying to waste as much time as possible.
Wow.
And you feel like he might have done enough. Is there enough time? No. smooya clutches. ITB stay afloat.
That is experience right there. I mean, put almost any gunslinger in the damaged up Spavak and Beanox. You've got quite the scratched mask. You got smooya in CT spawn, for God's sakes. Nobody knows about this just yet. This is a free kill. Maybe more. Spavak turns around. At least catches wind earlier on than anticipated. Mary drops down and attempts to find a trade. got that covered up, and now you've got to do more as they cross down into the lower side of ramp. Boros still taking duels, the ops dropped again, and it's a 3-on-3.
This hinges on Tomiko getting ahead of this ramp play. Securing Boros is everything, because now you open up a pathway to try and retake. By him sliding back in towards ramp with this player advantage, ITB, it's their next move. They're worried about where he's gotten off to. He's just going to walk through the smoke. This is so ballsy, and it plays out so well. Tomiko, that is disgusting. And now it's up to the IGL. You can't do anything. Permitta at the hands of Tomiko get map point. Yeah.
This could be something beautiful flourishing.
And that was even with the bomb in spawn, right? So actually by having that delay of them having to go get it, Permitta worry about whether they've gone outside, whether they've wrapped anywhere. And here, this is all just kind of checking and putting ticks in the box, right? You see the play over at ramp. Tomiko and Mast have got kills, but it still should be okay. Never mind. They're being overwhelmed. juanflatroo is in a 1-on-1 and he has 13 HP.
This was their eco. Like this was where this should have been. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! You're right behind him, Mask. The door is popped wide open for you. juanflatroo's gonna go right back. Oh no! It's all the timing. juanflatroo doesn't get it in the right amount, and Mask locks in a full eco win to shut down Nuke.
And I'm sat there going, oh yeah, well they need to do is just put some little ticks in the boxes. They're just got to go about their day and make sure that they don't lose too many guns because the money's not great. Or in fact, we didn't see much of their T side on Nuke, but we get to see it now immediately. And Spavac has pushed A main, dealt with juanflatroo. A trade needs to come in immediately, and it has. Okay, at least that was a 1-for-1. And now suddenly ITB can look to take the site, but there's two players already stepping in. And one of those is boros, but he's been dinked.
I do like him at least putting in a couple of shots before he falls back into the smoke. Now it's just spam through it, hoping for the best through Donut, but nothing comes through. Now they flash their way back in, not clearing the corner, and keoz amasses them 2 free kills. The pistol looking to exchange hands. Mary and boros the only ones to stand against, and with them starting to be leveled out 1 by 1, it looks like into the breach, crack the code for the opening pistol. But at the same time, it's 4-on-5. They do still have utility to help with the side tech. 28 seconds though, and they've just stunted their own growth with that HE boros. Oh my. Oh my. He gets caught in the smoke. That's the bomb dropped. And P9 another. And low health is one thing, but kills are another. Mary. There's only one left in defense. The 1-on-3 won't come through on the Deagle. And there was a world that could start to cascade against. And beyond that, I suppose it can be credited to a lot of individuals stepping up and stepping through. Smooya, again. Kind of the star of the show besides juanflatroo. Actually, I'm going to redact that because they've just dropped juanflatroo and found themselves a 4-on-3 with guns.
Now, the issue is for Permitta is that they're now on this massive rotate. They're not going to get to the site in time. So these rifles aren't going to be as potent because they're not going to be here. And now you're in a retake scenario. However, that spam's really good. And Synopsy gets knocked off and the AK comes forward. Smooya needs to hold CT. He just needs to ignore Donut, and that's what he does for at least the first kill. But boros is thrown into this clutch. They are low HP, especially on this rifleman. So it is entirely possible. He needs to make sure he doesn't get isolated. The rifle now starts to close in. Boros sticks the reload and the wide swing's not good enough. Stuff for Smooya. That nade, oh, is massive on both him and boros. And boros even overcommits to the fight. Overstays his welcome. Smooya will grab a trade, and that's going to probably potentially push ITB into B, especially with boros finding Synopsy. The only map control they have is on this ramp.
And in they go. Without a lot eating them right now. They've still got Smooya here, sure, but on low HP. It's not the greatest. Oh, wow. The flash comes through, but Atomic will kick it back. And now they're all split up. They're all isolated. Everywhere you look, it's an honest-to-God 1v1. Nobody seems to win. The shadow given away, and we're back to even Stevens. But now, that added element from Cave puts pressure on juanflatroo. That plant no longer a guarantee. The nade on Spavac can be even more lethal. Just depends on if he decides to unscope or not. juanflatroo, very, very susceptible to this. The nade has some bonus damage. They both line up. They haven't seen Smooya. It is the optimal that I was leading to. and it's smooya to come away with it. Insane. I talked about the op not being the star of the show on Ancient. I didn't expect to see.
It's still a strong setup here for Permitta. And again, ITB have neglected all this map control in middle. Here's the up-down, and keoz can communicate this to smooya. He'll still swing in and try and grab one, but it comes at a very big detriment of his health bar. Boros goes searching in Donut. He needs to confirm this kill on Spavac, and then we're talking. Instant headshot. There's that spam you were speaking about, and Synopsy gets away with his life. It's a 4-on-3, but this boosted player could end the entire round, but no. Boros is insane.
Oh my god. And they're not going to go for this either. I have never seen such a fragile round.
Even with smooya just kind of taking a little bit of chip damage, he confirms, okay, well, there's 2 players guaranteed in towards cave. Even though keoz, I think once they get more practicing on Vertigo, actually going to be a very good Vertigo team. I don't know why they're not going that way, but that's the kind of the way I sort of predict it. Ancient is a good limit tester, and now you got to think that if ITB get this over the line, which you imagine they might, considering it's 7-1, Mirage is waiting in the wings. ITB or Mirage? Yeah, that sounds quite bad if you're Permitta. They don't want that reality. They want to try and come back here. 5 would be the best, and you're not going to get half-bought again. Surely, ITB. Don't do this to me.
Oh my god, bro. It's happening. It's happening, man. I mean, if juanflatroo got that 3rd kill, then maybe there's another argument to be had, but not anymore, really. It's smooya in a 1-on-3 with a bomb plant, likely, but anything beyond that, it's best. It's not even planted for him. No smoke, but ready to go CTs. As soon as you swing, this round should come to a close. Actually going, I don't really think they care. But at the same time, into the breach, you've decided to shift up the pace of things. We haven't seen something of a fast take into any one of these sites ever since the 3rd round where it was an A-pop. Rather, I think it was 4th, but here they want to change that stick with only one person here. Right now, it's masked, and he at least gets the first, adds something up well, but there are the trades that they were looking for, and that is the difference that I was pointing out from here and Canoe, and I don't even think they're done there. keoz, he wants more than just hate his own teammate. He did, and didn't change much. Still a headshot from that AK.
This is, again, a good call from Synopsy. And I feel like this is where ITB are going to do really well, just not only in the executes, but also just varying up the pace, because you've got these explosive aimers.
It's a surprise, too, because we haven't seen, like, much of keoz at all. And even here, I guess he'll get his opportunity to shine like the star he is. Running straight to the molly and into the head of Mary. Again, 1 kill. Cracks open a sight. Makes this round look like it's already a done deal until Beanox comes back through masked in mid to take another duel, a big one, albeit on a Synopsy. And again, man, 1v1s against players of ITB's caliber. It's just not gonna work. Beanox.
What?
I was gonna say there's only so much you could do, but in the blink of an eye, 2 kills have come back, and this round seems to be in ITB's favor.
Surely Synopsy locks in this kill on Beanox. Beanox is waiting for him. Smoke on the bomb. Needs to try and figure out where Synopsy is, and that's found.
They're sticking it. It's done.
It's over. So that will be a 3rd. It was a Synopsy, by the way. It was keoz at the back of sight. It just kind of gets isolated by that smoke. Oh, that's fun. So Boros is boosting smooya up now so he can see over this smoke in towards long. I don't think... Yeah, Spavac would be anticipating that whatsoever. juanflatroo locking off this donut rotate. He sees one. Is he ready for Beanox? Yes. Fast adjustment, and he confirms 2 kills. And if you're ITB, you don't need to commit into this B bomb site, but they're winning every gunfight anyway. Mars now confirmed at the back of site. juanflatroo locks it in. That'll be a 9-3 half for ITB. And you can use it to act as a denier. But Synopsy is hiding behind Big Box and is unaffected by that molly. In fact, Permitta used both of them to try and scale. Flashbang, brilliant encounter, but it also catches those dual Berettas at Big Box. The fact he comes away with nothing is criminal. keoz at least stands in and gets the trade. They're trying to plant, but smooya's right behind them, and he will confirm both. So that is the bomb down. That is crisis averted from smooya after he missed the initial shot. He locks it in, and suddenly this is a 4-on-2 in favor of ITB.
To come to a close if you can't pick up this pistol, and this angle is never going to be expected. How could it be? keoz again.
Play into ITB's favor as this roster continues to develop. It's all the experience of these players, because they've got a lot of it in buckets and spades, and this will really help them, especially sort of at this level of competition.
And that's kind of, I feel like, what ITB are banking on, right? For the short term, success-wise, you can, you know, bring in some really experienced, really good individuals. And then as time goes on, that's likely to get better. And when you look at the tournaments they're playing in, when you look at the teams they're playing against, the caliber of squads they're rivaling, I don't think it's out of question to say that initial formula should be good enough for accomplishing that goal.
Who naded there? Boros just nade himself?
I heard that. You gotta do something, man.
Flash play, never mind.
There is a handicap clause.
Maybe not, never mind. Good kills found from Beanox and Mast. And then Tamiko's there to lock in juanflatroo. This mid-take has been exceptional, even after losing the opening kill. Permitta still commit to it anyway.
It looked like that round had, like, dead for Permitta written all over it. Until you realize there was nobody in Donut. But as for actually taking home the round, that's a different story entirely. Swing on Beanox. Wise. Not stick around with it. That nade will put him to rest, or at least he should. Forces him into the open, walk into the crossfire. And the round his hands delivered like a fresh, hot pizza.
keoz and Snopsy have got rifles, but it comes at a cost of utility. And smooya on the up. He's 18 and 6, got a free KD. And he's going to be met with this A play. Can grab one, fade away back through the smoke. It's completely fine, but juanflatroo is about to reveal that Mast is here on the other end, and Mast will just about get the kill.
And what really sucked about that is he was your only HE. So if you wanted to like open up a smoke for smooya to maybe find another kill and get back into this retake, he was the only person who could have done it. Now you have to wait out these smokes. You have to wait out this utility. You have nothing else to do. And smooya's already looked to flee as he goes back in mid. There is a flash they don't use. They swing into CT and trades go 1 for 1. But still, smooya's too far removed. They're already calling this round over.
I suppose, but it could have been a lot better. It's always the what if, and of course hindsight's 2020. But
just makes the defense all the more strong. There's that M4 rotating back in. But do you know it's smooya? You know 2 guns were saved. That could just be the other rifle for all you're aware of, and I think that's what they're gambling on.
Well-timed smoke put forward. They break it. They're going to push. They need to clear the corner, and they can't. smooya and juanflatroo completely overwhelm and lock out this defense. And for Tamiko, it's a 1v5, and whilst he catches the first, 40 seconds, it doesn't feel great. His chances are dwindling, and it gets locked in by smooya at the very end. ITB managed to weather the storm, and they send us that decider of Mirage. Back here, so I'm interested to see it. It's fast B. It's pretty conventional. And for Permitta, they all start in windows so they can have quick rotates. It's so important this player on site tries to live here for Permitta, and Mast has done exactly that. Tamiko steps in. Mast is still alive and all amongst the chaos.
I don't know how he's gotten here, but he has, and everybody seems to be unknown of each other. While everybody fell on B. I guess he's attributed the only kill of the round for Into the Breach, but doesn't stop them from winning the round. Permitta, still a player on top.
Mage had it not like caught the lip of under. juanflatroo boosted. That is one of the MP9s dealt with immediately. And he wants a little bit more action. We'll actually just patrol towards the outside, but look at Beanox. He's walking in. He's trying to take the contact that Tamiko had set up for him. He grabs one. He backs out. That's all he needs to do. He doesn't need to force issues, but he might anyway. And Boros, how? There we go. Boros will trade.
That reload wasn't even needed, by the way. He could have very easily just gotten the second if he had known Boros was there. Obviously couldn't, but the point is still there to stand. And oh my lord, everywhere you look, it's the most crazy play ever. And so is this. Are you seriously swinging mid with an MP9 at long range? This is deranged. You do not want to be playing a full retake on B. That smoke tells you, yeah, this is where it's going. But here's the big issue right now. Oh, wow, actually really well-placed nade. There's so many places that keoz can escape to. There's so many little angles you have to check. And it's not hidden that you're already creeping into the site. So ring around the rosy they go. And around this smoke they both play. Seeing him as he crosses the bench side. Spavac.
Looked like a miss molly, but it isn't because he's already going towards TV.
Oh my, they
They're
are holding hands in that smoke, dude. Brotherly love. is awkward. I mean, there isn't really a lot. Oh, wait a second. Flank of Masked puts this round back on the map. So many players not looking, not knowing Masked. He pulls the trigger so soon, though, and he's only going to get away with the one because of it.
It's a good kill to find, though. Because it is a player deepest progressed. However, Tomiko tries to force the issue, and juanflatroo will punish.
To create some form of distraction. This is not an angle you're clearing. It won't be. This is a guaranteed kill. Maybe more, maybe two. Again, it's a game of distractions and he peaks so soon, but still sets up Beanox and drops the bomb again. Permitta, a step ahead every step of the way. But it's not impossible yet for juanflatroo, though now might be the time going so low. Free shot from CT, you miss it, you run away, the round's still yours. Permitta. And I think that's a lot of the help for Permitta right now. But the problem is, when these advantages stop, they're really going to stop. And you're going to see a big struggle. Did he just...
Yeah.
Where did he just molly?
It went out the window.
Oh, what is going on?
Top mid-smoke. Uh-oh.
What? This is such a weird round. I mean, these are kills, like, wrapped up in a gift box given to ITB. I almost want to imagine that was a miscomm, right? Because... there's no way Mary, being the only mid player, is on top of the cat railing, back turns to mid. Like, that didn't happen, right? Like, I can't be...
Finds it and hunting in towards CT. So now you've got smooya online. Let's see if he can provide with the sniper. juanflatroo is full blind, he just completely destroys middle. Like it's nothing. Instant decapitation from ITB, they're turning this game on its head.
This is what I was talking about, right? Eventually, you're not going to pull these swindles off every single round. You got to give Permitta credit where it's due. The ideas presented and brought into these past handful of rounds that got them to their 5-0 start were impressive. But there's only so much you can do in a game. There's only so much you can...
smooya might meet him. They're both going to save, and I don't think they're going to look at each other. Unless smooya considers under, he gives it a swing, and in fact, wants to try and hunt him. The thing is that rifle isn't recoverable unless Beanox is able to get the kill on smooya, and he does. Uh-oh. So now suddenly that's an AK. This Palace Lurk has just been spotted with that jump as well. So Keoz is now known. juanflatroo needs to bail ITB out of this situation with his lurking from Connector, or Keoz could just do that.
A lot of normalcy returned to the equation now. However, again, there's no smokes. The utility issue that was on Nuke is still evident here. There's nothing to stop Masked from just watching them like an eagle as they cross into the site and shutting them down at each step of the way. Except, Yon overextensions. Oh, and again, this turns on its head. It's the BNE duo to clean it up. ITB.
And now for ITB, they've got the space in middle, but now the bigger question poses of what do you deal with it? What do you do with this space? A Mast is now walking under, and this is completely unexpected. If he just walks and clears Connector, he should have two. Oh, he gets none. Really?
No way. Oh my, it's all come crumbling down again.
But has it?
Still low health to worry about, but I don't know. I still think it has, because now you've got the op, and CT is one of the problems. Spavic's not even going to go for this. He's gone. He's calling it off. You're going into the last round. What are you going to do? Throw away the op? Oh, no, but they might end up throwing away the round. Do they know how low they are? You know somebody was staying. That, at the very least, is information you can secure. But how do you split the bill here? You've got a smoke, you've got two flashes, and you don't have a kit. But it isn't really planted for one of them. However, won't matter if Synopsy just rips the head off of your shoulders like that and an entire B take, so the timing of it could make or break this round. And as soon as you jump spot, I think he's going to opt to throw it. Nade goes in, but he is full blind. His crossfire may not stay strong for very long. Tomiko, the only one firing back from Catwalk, and he's the only one currently to respond to the B site's calls for help.
Important kill from Boros as well. Needed that to kind of stave off the pressure at short and make this retake feel a lot more one-dimensional. juanflatroo stepping in again. Is there nothing this man can't do? 18 kills in the first half for ITB, and with Marion a 1-on-4, this should give them 7 rounds in a row and lead to them winning out the half after a really rocky start. Heck, maybe even a Boros. Someone's got to help. That's the main point here. And as Permitta line up smokes on A, the molly onto juanflatroo has already crept up the ladder, and he is overwhelmed. So now we need this support network. smooya and boros provide outlets immediately, but Tomiko and Mast aren't done. Flash deep into CT is not quite perfect, but still, Synopsy overwhelmed. keoz has spammed one out and denied the bomb, but there is still 1 minute 10 on the clock. So it shouldn't be an issue, and they should know where he is.
I almost thought keoz was going to walk through that smoke, I'm not going to lie. Nade, if placed well, could deal the killing blow to Tomiko. However, Masked is the main threat sitting around the default box, and this is not an angle you're ever going to expect on a post plant. keoz just tapped the bomb. Tomiko says, where are you looking? He'll just deal with the problem himself. Permitta.
Just all throughout the series have been very good for them. And here again, the only danger is that juanflatroo, if you look at the minimap, has got the bomb. So they now need to reset. Will they be aware that juanflatroo could be here? Well, yes, because spavek catches him off.
Not for long, though. Still doesn't mean it's without its scrutiny. Trades everywhere you look. Man, we're back and forth. Nobody can seem to really catch a convincing leg up in the round. Maybe a 3-on-4 is to tell that, but you've also got a low HP Synopsy. It's the same two players look to arrive. smooya, it's a game of timings that he guesses right and still aimed at the right spot. Flick doesn't land, but the info does. And this plant is nowhere near a guarantee. You've either got a plant right in front of him and give smooya another chance, or take your opportunities with the people in connector and co. That's a good kill, though. Should at least secure the digits to get punched.
It should. He really wants this fight. And no, can't anticipate boros at ramp. Quick flank locks it in for ITB.
We can. Or no. Dude, can we stop flirting with the idea and pick one, please?
juanflatroo sees the smokes. And he sees the utility. He needs to stay in the back of the boxes. He needs to also be cleared by beenox. Everyone just starts scaling the site. That's where juanflatroo moves in. And his contact initiates on towards boros as well. beenox trying everything. But somehow, someway, Permitta are getting every single kill on this site anyway. keoz thrown into a 1-on-2. Tries to get ahead of the utility. Now peeks up towards the top of the stairs. And is able to confirm at least one player's position. But can't get the kill on Mari. It feels like longevity in this round is surely over for keoz, because this crossfire is deadly. And now the shadow's been spotted. Permitta will claim it.
With 27 seconds, Permitta aren't leaving themselves the victors of time. And yeah, again, this is just getting to the point in the round where you're going to start dumping utility. If I'm keoz, I'm just throwing that smoke at the front of the apartments, because why not? Like, now they've got to go through it, and now their whole take is disrupted because they took so long to get in. But Mast and Tomiko have just bailed them out 6 seconds. It's already too late. The round is already done. It doesn't matter if you get this kill. It's just a game of survival.
That is it. That is the buy, and this could now be the turning point here for ITB. But with all that being said, Permitta are king of the half buy.
You really never know, right? I mean, I feel like the success on half buys is strictly come from the CT side perspective. And I think I've got my bottom dollar put on ITB hanging it down. Nope, never mind. Why did I say anything? Why did I say something? I just really had to go and talk about it. You know what? ITB fans, I take full responsibility for this if it goes south, but it looks like they've held on. And even with the scout recovered, I don't think that's going to change things.
And boros
wow.
is getting inquisitive in towards mid. Set up by a flashbang. smooya's on the other end of things. We'll just tuck him around the corner and claims his prize. Mari hits the deck early.
And boros never left mid. He's still in con, playing this angle, hoping somebody walks in. And I thought for a moment in time they did. Dude, seeing the boost up, you know a second person's here. You don't care if Tomiko gets the trade. It's whatever, right? I mean, you've got all the info. You hold all of the cards. It's a power play. It's a power play that juanflatroo eventually gets the better of.
Oh, that's a great find from beenox, though. A 3-on-2, and for smooya and keoz, they've now got a long rotation. But juanflatroo's about staying alive, but of course, it's juanflatroo. He will fall. What's happened to spavek? Okay, is he okay? Oh no. No way. This is the worst time for that to happen. He's fine, he's good, it's okay. But he just shot in spawn, and weirdly enough, that's going to bring smooya and keoz over here, and he's going to run A, but they heard him. They heard him at ramp, and now they can reposition. spavek, what have you got?
They've got a free plant, that's for certain, but they have a hell of a lot of utility. I'm surprised they don't just airstrike them. They had 2 mollies, 2 nades, flashes, smokes, literally everything, and they're gonna dump them in far too late, not assuming that he's crossed just yet, so an opportunity emerges for Spavak, waiting. And I love this. Normally, you want to take this fight here, you want to get a quick swing, put this down to a 1v1, and eventually, when he does, it goes the way it would have gone had you done it earlier. Don't know how much I like that. I mean, yeah, if Masked falls here, okay, thank God. I did not know that smoke would spread in the way that it does. Wait a second, why? Keoz is completely alone on B. I don't know if he can get more than... Never mind. Why did I doubt him? Why did I doubt anybody on this end of the Breach team, especially Keoz? Already talked about his potential in this series, and guess what? He's ready to close it as soon as he's called upon. A 1v3 for Spavak. No miracle to be told here. Into the Breach after dropping Nuke. Have come back in a big way and advance 1-0.
Can we just talk about juanflatroo just for a minute? He got 32 kills in that deciding game. 13-7 streak is broken. As Into the Breach will take it. 13-9. No real hiccups on the way here. And bear in mind, that was Permitta starting off that map 5-0. And suddenly Into the Breach still win. In essence, it was 13-4.